Hey guys, Drifter here. Unfortunately, I have a very negative video for you today because I believe that we as Call of Duty fans are getting completely ripped off by Black Ops 4's loot system. And it sucks because it doesn't have to be that way. This isn't the video that I wanted to make. I actually wanted to work on opening nat types and how to kill Heatwave and some other stuff about the game. I literally had on my to-do board a video that says Black Ops 3 best loot system? Question mark. And I put the question mark there because I was sitting there waiting for the final changes to see if we were going to get a really good loot system in Black Ops 3. It started off looking really good. We got direct rewards. We got a battle pass thing we can work through instead of just buying loot boxes, and we had, direct buys too. So I'm like, man, we might be going in the right direction here. And then this happened. Treyarch decided to put in 2 new special orders that were for weapons that people already have and or had. The first one is the Divinity Pistol, which was a GameStop pre-order exclusive. So if you pre-ordered through GameStop expecting to get an exclusive weapon or a rare reward or something special, well, rip you. Everybody's gonna have it now, and I suppose you still got it for free from GameStop, right? You didn't pay for it, but the idea of exclusivity means that you only get it from GameStop and not later through microtransactions. In this package, you can also get a signature and Mastercraft Maddox, which is it's like a boombox. It's got like an angry monkey or something on it. And what's nonsense about this is it's a weapon that everybody had for like a week before it disappeared. You just logged into the game and you had this weapon. This variant was unlocked for every single player in the game, and it was there long enough for people to level it up to Mastercraft and get the reactive camo and do stuff with it. And then you just logged in one day and poof, it was gone. I mean, to be honest, it was probably a bug. I don't think that Treyarch intended for everybody to just get a free Mastercraft variant, although it would have been a nice lead-in to other ones. But it was there for so long that they should have just left it instead of taking it away from people. And these weapons are in a 2-pack, so you can't get one without the other. So imagine that you are a gamer and you pre-ordered through GameStop and you got the Divinity Pistol, and you don't really care that other people can also get the Divinity because you got it for free, right? But you see this Mastercraft Maddox that maybe you didn't level up far enough or fast enough to get a chance to use before it disappeared, and you know what? You still want to buy the Maddox again, and you're gonna go buy it. Well, guess what? You have to buy the Divinity as well. You can't just go buy the Maddox. You have to re-buy the other gun and grind through tiers to unlock it. You can't get one without the other. Or if you want to get the Maddox and not the Divinity, that's too bad. Though not that too bad. Honestly, right now the best way to get it is go to eBay. The Divinity is going for $5. You can just go to eBay and type in like Black Ops 4 Divinity Pistol, and you get it way, way, way cheaper on eBay than on the in-game system. And I didn't even mention the part where you have to complete tiers to unlock this after buying, because this isn't in the direct buy store. This is in the special order store, where you pay real money for a special order, and then you grind out several more tiers, depending on how big of an order. It can be like 3 or 4 tiers or up to 10 tiers to get the full rewards. Most games have loot systems set up where it's buy or grind. So the players that have a lot of money can just buy everything, and the players that don't can still grind out for it and basically be body dummies for the richer players that want to play with all their toys. That's how most microtransaction systems are set up. But this one is not buy or grind, it's buy and grind. You have to do both. Or, in theory, and I haven't done this myself because I don't spend money on microtransactions, you can buy the guns and then pay again to buy more tiers to unlock them, so you can buy and buy, maybe? I suppose that they're doing anything to keep players active in the game and increase monthly active users at either Treyarch or Activision wide. And this is really, really bad. I mean, this is really crappy to Call of Duty fans, and it's honestly disrespectful. And I try to use that word tentatively because I don't want to feel like the angry baby boomer that goes to Walmart and just demands that the guy on the shelf bend over backwards and do everything for him, and demand and command respect when none is given, because that's not how the real world works. You can't just go and demand that people respect you, but most people do expect that you are treated with some honest, like, common common courtesy and decency, and that's not what we're getting right now. I can just imagine a board meeting with like Activision and Treyarch going something like this, where Activision tells Treyarch, we need more microtransactions, we need them right now, we need some pre-holiday sales coming in, and Treyarch is like, we just finished the game, we're trying to fix these patches, we want to wait a little bit, and Activision is like, no, we need microtransactions right now, and then Treyarch says, well, we don't have content, and Activision is like, too bad, just repackage the old content and these stupid mouth-breathing COD fans will buy it. And I really think that's how it had to be, because clearly this is content that was not made for post-purchase. All of this stuff was pre-order bonuses that's being resold. And it pisses me off. It's really just rude and dirty, and it shows exactly what the company thinks about their fan base. And I'm going to go ahead and play a clip from Prestigious Key's video. It's got a few curse words in it and things that thankfully he bleeped them out, but he says it better than I ever could.
Well, here it is, surprise! We're gonna repackage something that everybody already had and resell it to you. That's bull, dude. Just count it as a loss. You accidentally gave it to everybody. Just let everybody keep it, bro. And 2,000 COD points? Are you god kidding me? $20 for something that we should have already had. For something that should have been exclusive. For 2 camouflages. In Black Ops 3, I could go spend 200 COD points and wipe my ass with the 3 camos that come out of it that are bullshit duplicates for crypto keys. This is frustrating as fuck. And you guys need to stop it, seriously. I don't get it. I seriously don't get it. As a Call of Duty fan, it makes me wonder, like, are we not good enough as players? Are we not good enough that we support the game, that we buy the game year over year, that we buy the products, that we buy the merchandise, that we buy this, that we buy that, that we buy the COD points? Is it not enough?
By the way, that's Prestigious Key we're talking about. He is a Call of Duty superfan on a level the likes of which most of us can't compete. He's nearly maxed level in everything. He plays this game literally 10 times more than I do and always has. I think it's about the only game he plays. I'm off doing like other things on PC sometimes, but Prestige is really, really here, and this really hurt him, and you can hear it in his voice. And this whole it's just so nonsense, because the system that Black Ops 4 is trying to copy is one that a free-to-play game uses. Yes, Fortnite, because Fortnite's Battle Pass is an extraordinarily successful system for increasing users and for making money, because you can buy the tiers just like you can in Black Ops 4. But the thing about Fortnite is that it's free to play, and there's really easy ways for you to get unlocks and earn in-game currency and neat little challenges and stuff. But Black Ops 4 is not a free-to-play game. It's a game that costs $60 to buy, plus $50 for a season pass. It has a life cycle of approximately 1 year before you're expected to move on and buy the next game. And even in Black Ops 4, most of the stuff that you unlock, you can't use in Blackout. And when I play Blackout, which is my #1 mode, I love this mode to death. I play it all the time. That's why we have Blackout gameplay here. You can't put camos on your guns. You can get like 2 new Blackout characters through pre-order or Blackout Pass, and then maxing out the tiers. You can do emotes, but you can't do camos, signature weapons, just a whole ton of stuff isn't valid in Blackout, so I can't use them. And most of the items in the paid shop recently have been former pre-order exclusives. You got these exclusive skins for Digital Deluxe or pre-ordering here and there, and you would get to pick one character skin to unlock of the Dia de los Muertos collection, which is kind of like neon Halloween stuff. But the skins that are on sale now are 3 weeks after Halloween is done, and nobody really wants Halloween skins anymore. And they're all stuff that was supposed to be exclusive for Digital Deluxe or pre-order, so that people that did pre-order or bought Digital Deluxe thinking they would have some neat little skin that they could carry forward throughout the whole game. Joke's on you, everybody's going to have that right now. And, looking at the guns, right? These are just variants, these are Mastercraft variants. Paying $20 for 2 guns is a bit steep, but we as Call of Duty fans asked for this. We asked for more direct buys, and we said, and even I said many times over, that it doesn't matter if a new gun in the game is $5, $10, $20, or $30, as long as it has a fixed price, it's fine. The first implementation of this has been awful though, because it's not a fixed price. It's a introductory price plus some grind time, or a buy and buy. You buy the guns and then buy the tiers. So, but they're guns that we already have or have had. The Divinity, you're supposed to be exclusive to GameStop, and the Maddox we had for a week or two before it was just taken away and gone. So why would I want want to pay for stuff that I otherwise had for free again and grind for it? Like, who thought this was a good idea? And we're going to back up. We're going to look at the tiers system in Black Ops 4, and this is probably the least bad system. This is the system that does have some benefits to it. With the tiers, you can at least see what you're working for. You know that there are milestones along the way, and that unlocking to that will take so many hours of play or so many dollars put in. So that's very good. It's not completely random, except it's very unrewarding and unfun to do because it's just a time-based grind. And yes, there are double tier weekends and there's a daily tier skip, but it's not fun. If you go back and look at Infinite Warfare, they had challenges you could do every day. World War II had challenges you can do every day. Battlefield has daily challenges. Fortnite has daily, weekly challenges that rotate. Those make the game fun, not get your first win and skip a tier and then play for 4 hours to grind out 4 levels. That's miserable and boring. If you do grind out the whole thing, which I say I'm about on a level 120-ish at the moment. I've played way more than I ever thought I would. It's 120 hours. Jeez. There's only a couple of really good items. There's 3 to 4, there's 1 blackout skin, and I think that there are 3 Mastercraft guns in the whole set that you can unlock out of 200 hours of playtime, which is utter nonsense. The other ones are just stickers. Okay, I'll back that up. Some of the emotes are nice. You know, there's nothing wrong with the emotes. The emotes are kind of like a medium tier reward. But the majority of this is emblems and stickers and little avatars and things, some of which you get for free just by doing challenges. Nobody wants those. Nobody wants to hit a level and be given a sticker that they're literally never going to use. It's absolute, trying not to curse so I don't get demonetized here, and most of the loot is random anyway. You can see that there are cases in the game, which means that at some point the game was supposed to have a loot box system, but at some point Activision decided either fans won't buy it if there are a loot box system, or like most gaming companies, they're terrified of upcoming changes in laws in the European Union and possibly in the United States that are going to make loot boxes way less legal, so they decided to scrap that and go with a sort of battle pass system. But you're still grinding for loot boxes. Essentially, every, like 80% of the pass is just loot boxes. You're grinding for random loot, but in all of the loot boxes, out of the entire set of, I think somebody maxed it out at like 900 total boxes or items. I don't know how many levels there are. There's hundreds of levels beyond 200. There's exactly 1 gun. There's exactly 1 weapon in those boxes, 1 rare high tier item, and the rest of it's just junk. This system is only slightly better than Black Ops 3 loot boxes. I should think I might have had more fun with Black Ops 3 loot boxes because I would get camos and I would get little weapon attachment variations and just little things here and there, bits and pieces of skins, which again, we have to pay for those. The only Black Ops 3 loot boxes had problems because there was a lot of duplicates and there was no other way to direct earn things, and it just kind of sucked in a lot of ways. At least this one has direct buys. You can see where you're going, you know what you're going to get, but what you're going to get is mostly junk. Comparatively, Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 had very good loot systems. I was a big critic of Infinite Warfare. I quit playing Infinite Warfare and it almost killed my channel. Like, my income went down 90%. I was negative like 1,000 subs for 3 or 4 months in a row. My channel was about to just go rest in pieces and swim with the fishes because I wouldn't play Infinite Warfare because I did not like the multiplayer in the game, and I really didn't like that they had variants that you could spend money to unlock. However, I'll admit that Infinite Warfare had a better DLC model than this. Infinite Warfare had challenges to complete. Infinite Warfare had daily and weekly things that made it fun. They had seasonal crates. I think it was like the very first DLC weapon you had to pay for, and then like literally everything else was free, or it would just have some challenge like get 200 headshots or melee a bunch of people, and you would get all the base weapons for Infinite Warfare DLC for free. World War II had a really good loot system. It was a little bland to start with. It got a little repetitive, but especially later on they opened it up and did a fantastic job. You had daily, weekly challenges, you had special orders, you had holiday themed challenges, you got sometimes you would get points, sometimes you would get a loot box, sometimes you would get an item like directly for your collection. World War II had one of the best, and you had collections that you would complete. So instead of just advancing through 200 tiers to get a reward, you could specialize in one thing and work toward that thing, and World War II had a fantastic system. And what's important about these two systems is that they were fun and they were integrated into parts of the game. You can go back in my World War II streams and see that I was grinding and playing and completing challenges in order to unlock stuff for that game. Black Ops 4 has a pay me all the money now, get Linton buttons and one gun system. You just put money in or put time in, and that's it. It reminds me of one of those coin pushing machines from the arcade where you have a whole bunch of quarters that sit precariously on the ledge and maybe like some larger items on top of the quarters. And if you want to get the larger items, you got to put in like 60 quarters to move that little progression of quarters closer and closer to the edge for it to fall in, but it was still a little bit random. And I'm getting frustrated. Activision knows that Treyarch games are the most popular Call of Duty games. It's been that way since Black Ops 2. And they also know that players will be less upset at bad monetization because it's a Treyarch game and they will accept this sort of system because they're enjoying the game. That pisses me off because the game has way more potential with a more consumer-friendly system. And decisions like this is what permanently turns people away from the Call of Duty franchise. Decisions like this make people like me not want to play because I feel like I'm being treated as a piece of meat. I feel like they don't look at me like a person, if I'm a fan in general, but more like a sack full of skin that if you hit with a stick like a piñata, I just explode and nothing but guts and dollars come out. That's how they're looking at people. And unless this system changes, I'm going to once again completely pull out of microtransactions in this game, even for in-depth, even when they drop new guns, even when I could do a review and make a lot more money than you would expect off of a new hot item with mid-roll ads. I'm not going to do it because it doesn't feel ethical or moral for me to do, and that's kind of where I'm at on this system, and that really sucks. It doesn't have to be this way. We can do daily and weekly challenges. We can revamp the tier system to something that's more rewarding. We can have less loot boxes. We can not repackage assets. We can do so many better things than what we're doing. I'm wasting my breath probably. Guys, that is all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.